Welcome in, quick hitters. Welcome in, Goodymo short crew. Are we 11-5 last week? Are my eyes deceiving me? Not bad. Not bad. It beat the following week, which was 10-5, 11-5. One up. Not bad. Not bad. But bad news, right? We're going to take it at the top with the Texans and the Jets for week 9 picks. Stefon DIGGS. It seems like you can't keep good news for long. And the Texans been having bad news for several seasons behind the injury bug. Stefon DIGGS going out in week 8. I'm going to tell you something, though. This team is built for injury like this. And as dynamic Stefon DIGGS is, Houston Texans can overcome this by committee with what they've been doing. They've been doing it. If any position can hold up from a devastating injury like this, it's the wide receiver group. Wide receiver group. Now we got to get Nico Collins back. We do have to do that. And they thinking, what, week 10? After this week, possibility he should be back. But I'm going to tell you can't afford any more major injuries. To get where the Texans want to get to, they can't afford any more injuries. Yes, it's a part of the game. But man, this injury bug, several seasons now. And this is a big one. This is a big one. Now, at the end of the season, the big question is going to be, are they going to bring him back? You know, it's like a 1-year rental. I'm thinking, bring him back. But yes, devastating news about Stefon DIGGS. I'm looking at it, I'm like, what do you know? You know, it's not surprising after you've seen it season after season, a major name goes down, something happens, offensive line, whatever, running back. It just doesn't matter. It seems like it never ends. But they got to keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. They got well enough talent and players to go out there and still do the job. So I do not doubt them still going and finish the job. It's going to be hard. It's going to be real hard. Can they win a Super Bowl without Stefon DIGGS? Everything else got to be sharp for that to happen. Very sharp. Very sharp. So the task's going to be tough. Right now, you just need to think playoffs and think once you get to the playoffs, get to the next round. The only thing they need to be on their minds right now, don't even think about Super Bowl, just get in the playoffs and will it from there and see what happens. But Texans and Jets for week 9. I thought about this one. And remember, I don't always pick on my heart. I don't. I pick on my mind as well. And we know which way I want this to go, right? But I'm going to go with the Jets in week 9 against the Texans. Jets are at home. I think that injury was so overwhelming. They got to play perfect in their minds. The Jets are going to be up for that game at home. I just believe that. I think the defense is going to be more amped up now that Stefon DIGGS is not in there. Now that Nico Collins hasn't been there. Jets are starving. They're hungry. They're looking at this like, okay, we might can get us one here. They're a little wounded. They're down on their luck. We're going to come out hungry, vicious, foaming at the mouth, and we're going to see what's going to happen. The Jets are looking at this as a win that they can get. They're going to be fired up on Thursday Night Football. We know that. And that's why I'm going with the Jets in week 9 on Thursday Night Football. Of course, we want the Texans to pull it out. But instead of just going with the heart, sometimes you got to go with the mind. And that's just going to be my pick for week 9. We're going with the Jets. Commanders and Giants. I'm riding that roller coaster. Commanders just came off a Hail Mary win last second. This Jaden Daniels, man. Woo! He's something special. Here's something special. Ever so often, you'll see a Hail Mary play like that throughout the season to win the game. Will we see another one this season? I don't know. But he's playing too good right now. That team is too together. They just came off a high winning a game like that. The Giants, you know the story with them at home, up and down. And do we call them the misfits? Of course we do. Of course we do. I got to go with the Commanders in week 9. Chargers and Browns. Usually I would pick the Chargers on this one. Usually I will pick the Chargers. I'm going with the Browns. You know why I'm going with the Browns? Jameis Winston. He's galvanized this team. Ever since Deshaun Watson went out, now you're seeing 300 passing games and the team is all revved up. Seem like he's going to carry them to the playoffs. No, I don't know about that. Playoffs? Not playoffs. Playoffs? I don't know. But on week 9, I'm going with the Browns. Cowboys and Falcons. By the way, how y'all feeling on this weary Wednesday? Huh? We right there in the middle. In the middle. We getting there. I know it's a little step-by-step process, but we're getting there. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Y'all are gonna think I'm crazy. I'm going with those Cowboys in week 9 against those Falcons. And usually I will pick the Falcons. I just feel the Cowboys been beat up so bad. They've been talked about so low. Something got to give. Something got to give. That's all I'm thinking. Something's got to give. And I believe they're going to pull it out against the Falcons. Falcons are at home. Cowboys feel all kind of pressure. Is the season already down in the dumps? We're going to find out. But I know one thing. They lose this game, you might as well rip up everything, get the paper, and just start, ripping it up and throwing it in a wastebasket. Because that's what that game will bring to the Cowboys if they drop it. I say they pull it out in week 9. Going with the Cowboys. Broncos and Ravens. Going with the Ravens. It's simple. And I don't believe the Ravens are going to lose 2 weeks in a row. They just lost to the Browns. To the Browns. Oh, no. They get back on stride again in week 9. Jaguars and Eagles. We're definitely going Eagles with this one. Eagles are starting to look a little better. A little better. Everybody's back healthy. Jalen Hurts. He's looking good. Okay, I'm going to give him his credit. He's looking good. He's mixing some run in with some pass. But him and Sirianni, they got to figure that thing out between those two. It seems like they're not on the same page. To get to the promised land, which we always talk about, you have to get that fixed. Because if something else happens during this stretch, which we know things can happen, it can limit your chances of a Super Bowl. We're not thinking playoffs. Did I say we? I mean, they're not thinking playoffs. They're thinking Super Bowl. So, no more injuries, hopefully, for y'all. And Sirianni, Jalen, at least get on the same page for one more season. Because something's going to happen at the end of the season. especially if you're not holding up no trophy. We're pretty sure of that. Going with the Eagles. Okay. Let's go down 1 or 2. Lions and Packers. I'm going with the Lions. They put a 52-piece up last week. Gotta go with those Lions. They looking good too. Lions looking real good. We're gonna see some new blood trying to go all the way to the championship. You hear me? Lions got gooder chances anybody. Against those Packers at home. Packers are tough at home, but I gotta go with those Lions. I gotta go with them. Can the Packers put up enough points to hang with those Lions? Go down 1. Buccaneers and the Chiefs. That could be a good one. I was like, man, should I go with those Bucs? Because it seems like the Chiefs going to lose one of these weeks. And I thought it was going to happen last week. Did I? No, it must have been a week before that. I picked the Chiefs last week. And they beat the Raiders 27-20. Yeah. So that wasn't it. That wasn't it. I'm going with the Chiefs this week again. I think the Buccaneers are going to give them a good run for their money. But Chiefs at home, I think ultimately they just pull that game out. I'm going with the Chiefs. Going with the Chiefs. Let's take this thing to the top. Saints and Panthers. I think I've been off of y'all for a little bit. Saints, I'm going to pick y'all this week against the Panthers. And why not? When you see the Panthers on the schedule, for some reason you just feel a boost of motivation. So I'm going with the Saints in week 9. Let's do it that way. Dolphins and Bills. That was an old school rival there. Jim Kelly. Huh? Jim Kelly and Dan Marino. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb on this one. Since Tua is back, I'm going to go with the Dolphins against the Bills. Bills are at home. Bills Mafia. They're going to come with it. Dolphins been struggling, as we know, especially when Tua's been out. Tua's back in. Let's just see, and we pray, of course, he finished that game healthy, upright. Not only try to throw for 300, 400 yards, hopefully, to make this pick even better. But I'm going to see if the Dolphins can upset these Bills a little bit. Is it an upset? I would call it upset. The way they started the season, I would call it upset. Yeah, we want the Dolphins. Week 9. Patriots and Titans. I'm going to go with those Titans. Yeah, Titans at home against the Patriots. Absolutely. They should be a little hungry. Those Titans. Yeah, I think I'm going to roll with those Titans. Let's see what happened here. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, the Lions, that's the team they put the 52 points on, was the Titans. So being slapped in the mouth like that, you got to go with some kind of intensity, some kind of fire coming at home, especially you see the Patriots on your schedule. You got to be like, all right, we just been battered and bruised. Now it's time to roll smooth like Miracle Whip, because we got to come in here. We got to get this one Sunday. Going with the Titans. Going with the Titans. Okay. Raiders and Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals. They just got their tush pushed last week too by the Eagles. You get that one? They got their tush pushed? Okay. Anyway, Bengals against the Raiders in week 9. We're going to do it that way. Bears and Cardinals. Old school rivalry here. Shout out to the legendary and late great Dennis Green. I think this is the game. This was the matchup with that iconic soundbite at the podium. You want to crown him? Crown him! And we let him off the hook. So this was going out to Dennis Green. I'm going with the Cardinals at home against the Bears. But this time, don't let him off the hook. Rams and Seahawks. Rams. You know why? They're getting healthy. Cup is back. Aluka Pakua, whatever his name is. He's back. So they can throw that ball around. Should be a good game. You know, Geno Smith all year's been playing well, Seahawks. You know, but I'm going with that flashy and that high profile offense with these wide receivers, with Stafford at the helm. Got to roll with them. Week 9. Roll this down. Colts and Vikings. Looks like that sums it up. Looks like that will sum it up. And of course, I'm going with those Vikings at home. They're hot. They're rolling. They only lost one game, I believe. Yeah. They're 6-1. 6-1. The Colts just had a benching. Yeah, Richardson is on the bench now. They're a little too late for that. They probably could have saved them a win against the Texans last week if they'd have pulled him out early in that game once they sensed he wasn't right. Should have had Joe Flacco in there. Well documented. But now they putting Joe Flacco in there. I'm thinking in that game, they knew it. That's why they left him in there. They was like, oh, well, just let him finish the game. Next week, he's out of there. Joe Flacco. They had that on their minds. That's the only reason why I say you would have kept him out there that long against the Texans. Is that you know he was sliced at the end of it. And he is sliced. His mind ain't right. He tapping out. Something wrong with him. Little puff. Pass. I don't know. Little packing of the Newport shorts. So I'm going on. 22 years old. Getting winded. Tapping out. There's a problem there. Vikings all day long at home against the Colts in week 9. There it is, folks. 10-5 following week. This past week, 11-5. We starting to tighten the bolts. Looks like we're getting ready for the playoffs too, huh? It looks like we're getting ready for the playoffs too. So the bar is set. We can't sink. We got to get up in those 12 and 13 win columns now. We done muddy the lines now. We did 500s. We done below 500s. We got double digits, right? Let's keep on moving it up. See what we can get. Y'all take a look at it. See what y'all like out of it. Huh? Do y'all like it? Anything look fishy? Any upsets that I'm missing? These are the picks. We're going to roll with them. See what we get out of it. Y'all enjoy y'all Weird Wednesday. We got some games on tonight. Mostly basketball and all this CNN stuff that's going on. Crazy over this Biden stuff going on. You know. Anyway, but we're going to look into it. Enjoy your basketball tonight. Tomorrow, enjoy the game. Texans, Jets will be a big one. No Stefon DIGGS. We're going to see if this team gather together, pick themselves up, and go. Well enough wide receivers to get the job done. They have enough to get the job done, especially with Joe Mixon running the way he's been running. The guy is running for over 100 yards every game. It seems like he's out there running. Blessing in disguise, getting that guy in Houston. No doubt about it. We haven't seen nobody run like this in a long time. And like I say, we might could say Arian Foster, but he's doing even better than Arian Foster. All right? No, we ain't going to go back to the run and shoot with Lorenzo White. We ain't going to say that, are we? No, we're not going to say that. So, Joe Mixon might be the best running back the Texans have had since birth. Remember, I said the Texans. I didn't say the Oilers. We know that belongs to Earl Campbell, okay? We're saying the Texans. Y'all want to argue and do a toss-up, Arian Foster, Joe Mixon, you go ahead and do that. I know which one I would pick, though. So y'all enjoy yourselves. Weary Wednesday. Enjoy y'all night. And GSQH, Goodymo Sports Quick Hits, and we out of here. Thanks for your time. Peace.